What a way to start off this incredible Saturday afternoon. The Blue Jays, they win yet another ball game. This time it's a 1-0 win in 7 innings, obviously, because it's a doubleheader today against the Boston Red Sox on a walk-off home run from Marcus Semien. The Jays improved now to 59-49, and heading into tonight's game, the Jays are, 3 games behind the Boston Red Sox. They are right there with 2 against them in the next 2 days. You're right there, Jays fans. But let's break this ball game down. Obviously, not a whole lot to talk about other than Semien's bomb. We can talk about the pitching staff. We can talk about how Santiago Espinal is a wizard defensively at third base. But let's get right to the 7th inning, where Marcus Semien comes up against Matt Barnes. Nick Pivetta was great for the Red Sox through 6. But Matt Barnes comes out, and the very first pitch he throws, Marcus Semien is all over. It's a fastball, and he is a high and deep. The question was, is it going to have enough wings to get out of the ballpark? And it does. And the Blue Jays have now won, 5 consecutive games. They're 10 games over 500. Jays fans, I've been saying in my videos all this time, the time when you start looking at the standings is when you hit 10 games over. The Jays just hit their 10 game over 500 mark. So with Oakland winning today and the Yankees winning today, the Jays are still 2.5 back of the Oakland A's and still a game back of the Yankees. But they're closing ground on the Boston Red Sox fast. And it's incredible to watch this Blue Jays team play. But enough about the offense, because the team overall only had 2 hits and struck out 5 times over the 7 innings. They weren't all that great. The pitching staff, that's what got it done today. Robbie Ray was phenomenal yet again. 6 innings, allowed 2 hits, struck out 5, and walked 2. And the big thing for him was getting out of that, was at the top half of the 6th inning jam that he had in with runners in the corners and with 2 out, and he found a way to get out of it. A great job from him. We've talked about Jordan Romano, who's been struggling a lot lately, but today he was spot on. He went an inning, no hits, no walks, and struck out 2 guys. He ends up picking up the victory as Marcus Semien hits the walk-off. Now, Santiago Espinal, there's been a lot of talk about, Breivik Valera playing third base over him too. Before this game today, it was like back-to-back days, Breivik Valera is playing at third. And we're all saying, well, Espinal's hitting over 300. He's hitting very well against right-handers and lefties. Why is he not playing just about every day, especially with Biggio on the IL? But even with Biggio on not on the IL, people want Espinal. And I don't blame them. He's been playing fantastic offense and defense, and he has been phenomenal for the Blue Jays today. And the defense was great today. Look, pitching and defense, it wins you ball games. When your offense isn't clicking as much, you only had 2 hits over the 7 innings, but you got the one that counted, and your pitching staff was incredible today. So let's turn our focus to game 2, because everyone is focusing on this game here. And this was my game that I looked at, and I'm like, okay, this might be the toughest game of this series. Tanner Houck is on the mound for the Red Sox. The last time he faced the Blue Jays, he did a fantastic job through, I think it was 5 or 6 innings. And the Jays got nothing going against him. But on the Jays side, we have, I'm not going to say our ace because he's only through 1 game for the Blue Jays, but obviously our big trade deadline acquisition, Jose Berrios, is going to be going for the Blue Jays. 7:07 first pitch at Rogers Center. And Jays, think about this. You win that ball game tonight, you are sitting 2 games back of the Boston Red Sox. And you, at the very worst, win the series 3-1. At the very worst. Big game tonight. If you can win both games, doubleheader. JD Martinez is on the COVID IL now, so he's not going to be playing for quite some time for the Red Sox. If you can lay a beat down today in both games, and the Jays would have won 6 straight, the Red Sox would have lost, 3 or 4 in a row. Like, they'd be in a really rough stretch, and the Jays will be right on their heels. And same with the Yankees. They'll be right on their heels as well. The Yankees are watching these Jays games and thinking, hey, thank you, because now we're catching the Red Sox. Meanwhile, they keep coming back against Seattle, and we keep pulling our hair out because every time Seattle gets the lead, we're like, all right, let's go. Late innings, the Yankees take the lead. Seattle, you kind of took our bullpen away from us, our team that blows every lead. But I'm totally fine with that. So with the Jays being 10 games over 500 and a huge game tonight, Jays fans, it's going to be a ruckus crowd there at Rogers Center, obviously with Jose Berrios on the mound. And if you win that game, you would have won 6 straight. You'd be 11 games over 500. You're 2 back of the Red Sox. Everything is pointing to the Blue Jays winning this. And you win that game, you pick up half a game in the Yankees. You pick up a half a game in the Oakland A's because they're only playing one game today. You win both, you pick up half, so you'd only be half a game behind the Yankees. You'd only be 2 back of Oakland, and you'd be 2 back of the Boston Red Sox. It's an incredible night if the Jays can pull this out. 7:07 first pitch at Rogers Center. Guys, I don't want to make this too much longer. It was a 1-0 ball game. It was 7 innings. And I know we're all focused on the next game. So you know what? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and you enjoyed the game this afternoon, smack that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys are not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game. What you like, what you not like from today's ball game for the Toronto Blue Jays. Twitter is down below for myself. Follow, send me a DM, do that great stuff. The Instagram page is down below, so follow up there if you have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys Jays Edition later tonight. Here we go, Jays fans. Game 3 of the 4-game set against the Red Sox. Tanner Hook on the mound for the Red Sox. Jose Berrios gets the mound for the Jays. 7:07 first pitch at Rogers Center. Looking for, at the very worst, this series W. All right, so thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll talk to you guys then.